The future can be and will be a world free from breast cancer. That future is in our hands. Across the Northeast, local volunteers are conquering cancer through creative fundraising. Please welcome Chris Falzarano to learn some tips and tricks to raise dollars in support of the society.
Hi, Gina. I'm excited to be here with you all this morning. My name again is Chris Falzarano, and I have been working with the American Cancer Society for 8 years, and I have had the privilege to work on some incredible Making Strides Against Breast Cancer events in my time here, from Long Island, New York to Albany, New York area, to now in Western New York, working on the Buffalo and Rochester, New York events. I have had the opportunity to work with some really incredible stride superstars, and I'm really excited to be here with a couple others today as well. But first, I also wanted to bring up an important reminder that not only do some men play an important role in women's breast cancer journey as a supporter, a friend, a caregiver, but men also can face their own breast cancer journey, with more than 2,600 men being diagnosed each year. Now, earlier, Liz mentioned some of the amazing work that American Cancer Society funded researchers are doing right now to further the fight against breast cancer. This work is made possible thanks to the dollars that you all incredible, amazing Making Strides superstars help us raise. So I'm joined today by two amazing women who will share their fundraising tips with you. Laura and Diane, welcome.
Morning.
Let's start with you, Laura. So last year was your first year as a survivor fundraising for Making Strides, and you used Facebook to help. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Facebook made it so easy. It was a great tool to engage your friends in your fundraiser. I found that I would change my posts up frequently instead of always putting the same one up there. Some I would educate as far as how many men and women statistics have been affected by breast cancer. But I also like to share my own personal story, and I found that it was really important to reach out to your friends in a private message, because a lot of times when you personalize it, it just kind of puts the vibe out there for them, and they're really understanding what your goal is with the Making Strides.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. I do love how easy Facebook makes it to fundraise. So if you are new to Making Strides, head over to makingstrideswalk.org and sign up. And in your participant dashboard are steps to launch your Facebook fundraiser. It is so easy, and it really is impactful, as you just heard Laura share. If you're looking to take your fundraising off the computer, our next guest, Diane, has some tips for you. Diane is a 22-year breast cancer survivor who has raised nearly $500,000 over her years with Making Strides through a Women's Night Out fundraiser. Diane, tell us about this incredible event.
Good morning, Chris. I am very excited to share with you my very first big Women's Night Out, which was held 11 years ago. I decided that after doing some very small fundraising events, that I wanted to do something really big to celebrate my 13-year anniversary. It was called Hats for Hope, and I was hoping for about 75 women. Well, we ended up with double that amount, and everyone was asked to wear a hat, and we did a small fashion show, and it turned out to be a big hit. Well, here we are in our 11th year doing another fundraiser. This one is called Memo Italiano, and I will be celebrating 22 years of being cancer-free. One of my good friends, Judy Tallow, who is a two-time survivor, is my partner in crime. And then I have a small committee of around 6 other women, some who have been touched by cancer themselves, and others who have family members who are cancer survivors. And we meet periodically to plan the event. During COVID, we actually did some Zoom meetings so we could get this all together.
Thanks for sharing, Diane. That event sounds like a lot of fun. And what a great tip for our audience. You took something you were passionate about, brought together friends and family, and you turned it into a fundraiser. So invite those friends and family to join your team as well. Diane, so why do you continue to raise funds for the American Cancer Society?
that, I became involved around 2005 with Making Strides, and I continue to support Making Strides because they are all about the research. To me, that is where I want my money to go. 22 years later, I'm still here to talk about my survival. When I was diagnosed, it was not a good prognosis. So I was put on an experimental drug, and here I am 22 years later. So the American Cancer Society will continue to receive my family's support.
So we're coming to the end of our time together, but before I pass things back to Liz, I have one last question. We have people joining us today who are brand new to Strides and people who have been walking and fundraising for decades. So, Laura, what would you say is your best tip to share?
Just make it fun. Enjoy it and be persistent.
What a great tip. Thank you so much to Laura, and thank you to Diane. I know I'm inspired for me to go download the app, start my Facebook fundraiser, and get out there and network with my friends and family and get this Stride season started. I am also excited to end this segment with a sneak peek for all of you. We have recently launched an incentive program where you can earn cool prizes for your fundraising efforts, like wearables, water bottles, jackets, and so much more. And August features a fun campaign. Register for your event, raise funds, and earn double, that's right, double those reward points towards your incentives. So make sure you sign up now for your event at makingstrideswalk.org, and be sure to check back to your event website for all the details. Now I'm going to toss things back to you, Liz.